Hello everyone. So very good evening. I'm sorry for the delay. We'll start the session. Just a minute. Let me share my screen. Okay. So fine. So in the last session, what we have done. So we saw that. So how to work with a snow pipe, right? How we have created a snow pipe and then so auto ingestion process. We have implemented auto ingestion process. Now, so today, so let's see. So how to work with Azure and then GCP. The same approach, whatever we have done in our AWS, right? The same way. So we are going to so implement it in Azure and then GCP also. So what? So one thing is when you are working with so Azure and then GCP in AWS, when we create a free trial account, it will be for 1 year, right? When it is coming to Azure and GCP, it will not be 1 year. So it is going to be around $200 something, the credit limit. And at the same time, it will be for around 2 months, I think. Okay, after that, it will be expired. Okay. So now, whatever the things we have implemented, like so integration object, storage integration object. After that, we are going to implement a stage. After that, we are going to implement a copy command. These are the main things, right? When you are creating integration object, what we required in AWS, we read ARN details and then the location, right? The same way here also. So we are going to do the same thing. Only the change is in Azure details, it will be changed. Remaining everything, it will be a same. So there is no so differences. So now let's see how we can able to so work with this. So what are the steps we need to follow? So coming to Azure. So here if you want to create a Azure account, you can follow this document for the creation of the Azure account. Open. So this is also so free trial account, it will be available. So you can so click on a start free trial account and you can create your so Microsoft account. Then this account will be added to your so Azure the workspace Azure portal. Okay. So now so once it is done, here you can able to see that free trial account. So you can create this free trial account. Now it will ask you the same way, it will ask you the details. So once so you have done so the free trial account is come so created, you can able to work with that the same like your AWS. Now so let's come and then what are the steps you need to follow in Azure. Observe this one. So this is the thing, so how we will create a so Azure trial account. Then so when it is coming to so here after integration object, what we are going to do in AWS, we will have external ID and then user ARN. Those details what we will do, we will so update a trusted relationship policy. The same way here, once integration as object is created, those details. So you will get in integration object, you will get consent URL, Azure consent URL, and this particular thing you need to activate it. After that, you will get identity and access management. So this one, so you are going to get so this particular create role assignment, and then you are going to create a role. After that, you need to assign this role to this particular Azure multi-tenant app name. This details you will get it in once the integration object is created. These details you have to update, same like we are updating the policies, right? The same way we will give the details to the Azure team. They are going to take care of this once after the integration object is created. Then we can able to create a file format, create a stage. After that, we can able to load the data from stage to the table. This is the same process. Now, so let's observe. So what are the steps we can able to implement? Before that, I will open Azure account. So let's observe. Azure.com. This is some other account opened. Just a minute, let me log in. Okay. So now if you observe, so this is so our free trial account. So if you observe, so you can able to see all these details, right? So this is a storage account. So when you click on this, here you will get Azure tenant ID. See this one, Azure tenant ID. You will get this option. So this Azure tenant ID is a unique ID, like a ARN, like ARN. So based on this, so details Azure tenant ID, and then location you will get it from this one, the storage location. If you come to home, observe this. So you are going to, so when you click on this storage, so here you are going to get this particular storage location, but the free trial account has been expired, it seems. We cannot able to so go into this, but we can able to access this particular storage. So when you created integration, but we cannot able to access any files here. Whatever the files previously, I kept it in this particular storage location like S3 bucket. So we can able to create an integration object, but we cannot able to access in the Azure. Okay, so if anyone try to create, so if you created a trial account, and then if it is so everything is set up, so then let me know, we will see that. Now here, okay, so first let's observe what are the steps we have to follow here. Now when you coming to this, so let's create a same way, let's create our table structure. Here I will give Azure. This is the table we are planning to create. We are planning to load into this table. Now the table structure is created. This one, right? Table structure is available. What is the next step? We are going to create a integration object. So that is the next step what we are going to so follow. So when we are creating integration object, what are the details we are going to give generally? Now observe this one. Here AWS we will give, so this here ARN details, here location details. The same way here, observe this, create storage integration, and then integration object name, and then type external stage, storage provider, and then enable true, and then Azure tenant ID. This is the unique ID, Azure tenant ID. And then so we have storage allowed location. in this particular location. So previously I kept this particular CSV file in this particular location. For this, we need to create a integration object if you want to work with this particular so Azure so location. And then so with this Azure tenant id is nothing but a account id. Your Azure account id is nothing but, so this particular thing we will call it as a tenant id here. So we can able to see that in this so Azure so active directory. So when you click on that, you can able to see it here. So what is your tenant id? Okay, that is a account id. And coming to this is nothing but your location, where the location, where the our file is available. Now let's observe this. We created an integration object. Once integration object is created, when you describe integration, integration name, this is the integration name. Now observe this. When you describe this integration name, what you can able to see here, see this one, the same way we will have allowed location. This is the allowed location which you have given. And observe this one. This is the tenant ID which we have given. And so what we'll receive from here, consent URL. Observe this one, consent URL. And then Azure multi-tenant app name. This is the multi-tenant app name. These details, so we are going to give it to so Azure team. This multi-tenant app name details. And so here, so when you are so creating integration object, here this tenant ID and then this particular location details also we have to receive from Azure team. So once we receive, then only we can create an integration object. Once the integration object is created, so then you can able to so this one create, then we can able to see this particular tenant ID. This particular tenant so id, sorry, this is not tenant id, yep, the multi tenant app name. We cannot say that it's a tenant id multi tenant. So this one app name, application name, this is nothing but our snowflake so details, these details. So where you have to, so we will give it to the Azure team. They will update in their portal. What they will do is, they with these details they will go to IAM. So currently we cannot able to access this, and then create role assignment, and then they will create a so storage blob contributor role, and then they will assign this user to this particular tenant app name. Then this Snowflake can able to access this Azure location, right? Okay, so once this is done, then so we can able to create a stage, and then all this detail, this step currently we cannot able to perform. So after this, so what will happen, so we are going to now observe this one. So we are going to create a file format, create a file format based on file which it is available, CSV file format. Let's create this file format is created. Then what we will have, we will create a stage, same process. Now observe this one. What we will do, we will create a stage. Okay, before that, this particular, when you describe integration, one thing is this multi-tenant app name, we are going to give it to the Azure team, they will update it. Another thing what we need to do from our side, Azure consent URL, right? This one you need to activate it. It means copy the URL. Observe this, what we are going to do, just execute it here. Then we will get this permission request. We have to accept this one, consent on behalf of your organization. So when you accept, so then only you can able to work with so Azure so details, right? So this is, so what you have to do, once it is activated, then it will redirect it to Snowflake, right? Okay, so now let's come to this one. Let's create a, observe this, when you are creating a stage, we will create a stage here. Azure stage we are creating. and then we are giving a integration name. This is the URL, so path, so which we have given it here. See this is the path, the same path. So for this particular location, so we are telling that it has to pick so this particular file, right? CSV, so health pipe CSV file, we placed it here, and then file format is this one, and we are creating a stage, my CSV format. Let me create this. Create spelling is wrong. Okay, now we created, and then we are going to create a stage. Now the stage is created, right? Generally, once this particular stage is created, we can able to see that file, right? List at the rate stage name. We can able to see that file. Now observe at the rate stage name. That is nothing but an external stage. When you observe this here, see this, what it is telling, right? Authentication, right? So this is invalid authentication because this is so because of this particular stage. So when you created, so it is trying to access this particular location, but what we have done, so we didn't given a, so we have given a consent URL permission, but we didn't added this role so in our, so this particular the portal Azure, the portal. So because of, so we cannot able to access the IAM here, that's why it is unable to access the file. So if you copy data, copy into table, what is the next step? Copy into table. What is the table name which we created? This is the table name, right? Copy into the table from, what is the stage? This is the stage area, right? So from the stage area, generally we will run this, right? Once the stage is created. So but here if you observe, we cannot able to access the file, so because of the permission. Same way, when you try to load the data from this particular stage to this particular table, you will not have a permission, right? It will show you the same error. Sometimes it will keep on running, but it will not respond anything because you will not get any permission to access the file from this particular stage, right? See this one, so failure to authenticate request, right? So because of this permission issue, you cannot able to so see that here. But so if it is like the account is not expired, then we can able to so see that we can able to get the data from this particular storage account, nothing but where we kept that particular files, this particular access. This is a Azure, this is a fold, so bucket I created in this particular bucket, in this particular path, so CSV folder path, so I kept this particular file, right? This unable to access. If I try here, see this one, trial account, it will ask you the pay. It will redirect you to paper use. See this one, Azure free trial account. So I have used all the credit cards. I cannot use the same credit cards again. So if you can able to try this, so you can able to so create a trial account, and then you can able to practice it. The steps are same. There is no difference. There is no difference. In the same way, in GCP also almost same. The same steps we are going to implement. But one thing here is, when you are working with GCP, no need to give the account IDs. Only you are going to give the URL. That's it. But and at the same time, when you are trying to access, it will show you directly in the GCP. You can able to see the files, but from GCP, if you try to like create any the external things, they will not give the access to read the files. So for the external applications. Now let's observe here also it's account creation. If you have a Gmail account, it's very easy to create a GCP platform. Same process like you need to give the details, your credit card details. Once it is done, so it will be activated immediately. It's very simple when compared to the others, but when compared to AWS, Azure and GCP is the so little expensive when compared to other platforms. Now let's come here. So we'll see the steps are also same: console, cloud storage, bucket, and then load the data. Create GCP. From here to here, we are going to implement. Create a GCP integration object. Here, you will create a service. This we can able to do it here. We will see that. After that, we can create a file format. We can create a stage, and then we can use a copy command. Now let's observe this. Now before that, let me log into Google Cloud Platform. Just a minute. Somewhere I kept my details. Cloud console.cloud.google.com. It will redirect it to our trial account. Now if you observe here, see this one, the trial account is expired, but even though you can able to see the files here, but when you are trying to access the file, it will throw the error. Now if you observe here, here one is storage, like a S3, another one is IAM. Here we can able to see that when it is coming to the storage here, observe this is the bucket, and observe this one, cloud storage provider fee bucket for each application engine, but any additional storage you must be enable billing. Now let's come to this particular bucket. Within the bucket you have a folders, CSC folder. Observe this, within the CSC folder you have this file, right? The employee file we have kept. So it's a simple file. So this file, we are going to try to load from this particular GCP account to our the Snowflake tables. Then what we will do? So we are going to, let's come here. When you are loading, this is the step. when you are creating a integration object, see this one here, one difference is in AWS, Azure and GCP. Here in so AWS and Azure, we will give account details. So before allowed storage location, we are going to give the account details like, so ARN details or Azure tenant ID, right? But here, no need to give that particular account details here. So directly you can give the GCP location, so where the file is available. So where that particular file is available in, so what is the, so where the file, so this particular thing, right? Let me copy this particular location. Now we will change according to this particular location. This is sample 231, right? Sample 231. Instead of this, we are going to create integration object. See this one, create or replace storage integration, same steps. Integration name, and then external storage provider GCS, and then enable true, and then storage allocation. This is the storage allocation. So this particular, so path, we have a file, CSV file. Now let's run this. It will be created integration object. Once integration object is created, when you describe integration name, what it will give, it will give you the allowed location. See this allowed location, and then observe this one, service account. This particular service account details, we will give it to GCP team. What they were going to do in their GCP account, this particular service account they will add. So this particular service account is generated for our Snowflake. Now let's come this, what they will do is, so here GCP, this is related to Azure. See this one, copy that service account. We copied from the integration. Once it is created, we'll go to the bucket and permission, add members, these steps. Now come to that bucket in GCP. This is the bucket, right? This is the bucket. In that bucket, permission, then bucket, permission, add members, permission, add, and then new member service account, new, okay, service account. Service account, we copied it here. This is created by integration object. Service account here, service account added, and then click on that. The service account is added. Then, so role cloud storage admin. Come to the role cloud storage, and then storage admin. So we have given this. After that, let's click on save. Now policies is updated. See this one, the policies has been updated. Once this policies has been updated, so then you can able to so access this particular thing. Particular, we can able to create a file format. We can able to create a stage, right? Let's come here. Let's create a file format. So we can create file format, and let's come here. We can create a stage. When it is creating a stage, observe this. What we will do is, now create stage name, and then this is the path, the URL where your file is available, which is the URL. So where that file is available, this is the path, right? We can give the specific path here. Now this one, same path we are going to give. This is the path. The file is available in CSV folder. What it will do, it will pick the file from this particular location, and then it will keep that into this particular stage, right? And then we'll give the file format. Now, so now file format is created. So now, sorry, stage is created. Now, once the stage is created, we can able to see that file, right? The rate stage. But so here, observe this, what it is going to do. See this one, this is fine. You can able to see the file. So when the file, when we kept the file here, we can able to see that. But so this is the file which is available, employee2.csv, which is available in this particular bucket. Where is that bucket? Go back. In this particular 231 folder, we have a CSV folder, and then within that employee2 CSV file is available. See this one, employee2 CSV file is available in this particular sample 231 folder. Same thing. We can able to see the external stage where the file is available. But if you try to copy, observe this, copy into table. What is the table? This is the table. Sorry, table name is, we didn't created a table, right? So for this particular thing, so we will create a table. This is the table details, table structure, table structure. This is the table structure. Let's create this. This is the table. Now the table is available. Now from to this particular table, copy into this table from, so what is the stage? At the rate, this is the stage name. When you are trying to load it into this particular one. Now observe this, what it is telling, access denied, the credentials, right? Because of the free trial account expired, it is unable to pick the file from the GCP, but you can see the file. Now just observe, the file is available when you see list at the rate stage. Suppose if you check generally from the files, you can able to access, right? Select $1, $1 from stage. This is the stage, right? $1 from stage. Now observe, when you do this, what will happen? See this one, same thing. So failed access denied. So because this is because of this, when it is coming to the bucket, so we cannot able to. So see this one, store provider. So additional storage enable billing. So because of this, we cannot able to so pick the data from this particular file. So but process is the same thing, so there is no change. Any one specific thing, so we have to be perfect. You have to so tell the terminologies in GCP. So here it is a so allowed location, GCP allowed location, and then this is a service account. We will call this as a service account here. In Azure, so tenant app name, we will call it as a tenant app name. In AWS, we will call this as a external ID. External ID. These are the differences. Remaining everything same. What as a Snowflake developer we will do? We will create a integration object. When we are creating AWS, we will give ARN details and then location. In Azure, what we will give? We will give the tenant ID and then location. In the GCP, no need to give any account details, just we will give the allowed location. That's it. When you allow, when you given the allowed location, here in these steps, you are going to give the permission to specific account. Specific account. That's why here no need to give the account details. Account details we are so doing it here. These things will be done by GCP team, right? So these are the so things. So what we can follow. So when we are implementing with, so it can be a GCP when we are pulling. So what is the main intention? We are loading the data from these external stages to our Snowflake. So the main intention is, so we are loading the files. Okay, so this is how we can able to work with. So any cloud platform. Okay, so now before jumping into that, okay, data share and sampling. It will take these two will take we will so try to cover it in one day, and so materialize you best practices, all the things whatever we have. So it will be available. I will show it. So I will send it to you. Best practices, these things. So we can able to do it in one day, and working with Python and then SCD. Another like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so another 5 classes, so we can able to so wind up the thing, guys. But don't worry. So if you have any questions when you are practicing, always I will be available. Okay, it's not like that classes. Once the classes is completed, you should not approach me. So you can text me at any time. So we have a group, right? So if so maybe I may not respond immediately, but definitely I will give a reply for you guys. Don't so worry that the sessions are going to complete, so we cannot approach again. It's not like that. Take your time, and then please practice each and everything what we are discussing here. And if I feel that any advanced topics need to be, any other new topics, if it comes, this need to be discussed, definitely. So I will give you those information also. We'll conduct. And one more thing, we will one small topic we will discuss here. We have that concept of snow site here. Observe this one, snow site, right? This is kind of, so they are, so when they are trying to introduce the complete capability of a reporting tool, but still this is in a progress. But so what is the futures they have given here at this moment of time is, we can able to see insights in a table, insights in a data. It means each and every column, so we can able to understand what is this column, and then what is the um, insights in that particular thing. Let me show you. Snowflake. Observe this. Come to the worksheet. Now let's try to access the data. We'll come to the database class, and then this particular schema. You can able to just a minute. Select start from this retention. It will show you all the things here. Let's come to the home. Okay. These are just the details what it will do. Come to the worksheet. can able to run the queries here. Just a minute. Let me check. Class retention. Can able to see the table. Let's take any one particular table. Okay. Observe this data preview. So what is the options we have? This is nothing but, so what is the data which it is available here? Coming to dashboard. Just a minute. It's the complete view has been changed here, it seems. The CSV. Let's run this data. Observe this, what it is going to give. See this one in that particular table. So each and every column, see this, these are the data, right? When you observe the right hand side, see this one. So for each and every column, it is giving the statistics or insights related to that particular data. This is related to healthcare information, right? If you observe, see this one. So reimbursement percentage, and then so definition, referral regions, and then income per capita. So this is the range. In this range, so where you have the so more data, see this one. So here the family income, based on the family income. So this particular thing, it is telling that so he is hospitalized, and then how many number of records, and then so here, so provided the city, which city the data is more, right? So and so let's say provided ID, how many persons has provided ID, and then name, the state, the state's related information, this, so zip code. So here from here to here, this is the range. So it is basically, it is giving the insights about that particular column, right? These features they have introduced now. So but so down the line, it is not, we cannot say that it's complete uh, kind of reporting capabilities, but still, so they are developing on this. You can able to just, if you want to any analytics team, if they want to see the data, they can go to the snow site, and then they can able to see at least some information from here. They can able to understand. So total covered charges, observe this one, reimbursement, and then HSD, some other information. So total discharges in between this range, so 11 to 159, and then average payments. So what is the average payments, and then average covered charges, and these are the details so related to that particular so data, right? So let's say for example, if you want to come to the query, select star from some other table is available, right? Let's say in this class, and then public schema, we observe, select star from, we have EMP table we created. EMP, how many records we have? 4 records we have, 7 records, 11 records. We will run this one. When you run this, basically it will happen. See this one, it will show you employee IDs 1012 106. So which employee IDs is more? And then what is the salary in between this to this? Salary is in between. So the 777 to 60,000 in between, where you have salaries one. And then what is the manager ID? So 1112 117, we have a manager ID. So just it is giving the kind of statistics here, and this is the result. If you want to see that in a chart, then you can able to see that in a chart. So what required in x-axis, what required in y-axis, just you can able to understand something. So from this particular data, this is related to the snow site in the future, so which they have introduced in the Snowflake. Recently they have introduced, but still, so they are working on that. So maybe down the line we can expect the kind of reporting capabilities also in this snow site option. Okay, so that is related to snow site, guys. So next we will see that related to data marketplace also. This is another future. So the Snowflake is introduced. It means, suppose if you want to get some other information, like from other companies, from other organization, if you want to get the data, already existing data, kind of generic information, the public shareable information, let's say uh, climate related, health related, the public what we'll tell public reviews, these kind of information we can able to get it from directly from this marketplace. The whoever the company, so they are using Snowflake, if they are agreed to, so display this data publicly, so for all other organization they can able to keep the data in the data marketplace, and this data can be accessed by the every person, every organization who is using Snowflake. Some data will be based on request, some data will be so based on, so like a free data will be available. You can able to directly get their complete data into your system, into our account, into our Snowflake account. It means, so without working on that data, you can able to access and then you can able to utilize the data for kind of um, so bank related fraud detector information, fraud detection information, or some other so financial related. So these things you can able to get it from here. Now let's observe data marketplace. If you go, so this one, data marketplace. So now if you observe this, all this related information like economy, energy, environment, finance related, and then so health and life sciences, and then so the marketing related data, media, security, sports related information, travel related information. So these are the organizations. Observe this one. These are the some of the organization, they are already using Snowflake. These data, so this organization kept their data here in the data marketplace. What you can able to do is you can able to request data. See this one. So some of the data is free, right? So when you click on free data, so whatever the data is available here, you can able to access this data. By seeing this, so you can able to generate some reports and you can make use of this particular data. So without so working on this one. So let's say some where I saw that related to COVID reports. Just a minute. Labor force information. Yeah. This is the organization. So they worked on this particular data. Finance related. See this one. US country level, the COVID-19 data. So when I click on this, so you will, so they will give you the complete information. See this one, this data is free. You have to so request the data. Limited request. This is based on the request. So you need to send a request to them. So if you give the proper like a reason, so why you need this data, if they are agreed to so share it, so they can able to share the data to us. That is request per data, it is available. Some data is so free, so without request we can able to use. Just a minute, I will come to category wise. health and life sciences, and this is the organization COVID-19. This is also not the free data. Okay, COVID-19 cases and deaths by state. See this one. This you can able to get the data. You no need to send a request also. Directly you can able to use this. This is in between. So 2000. So 2021, right? So 2000 to 2021. So it relate to up till 2021 12 we have a data here related to COVID-19 cases and deaths. Observe this one, what this data contains: total number of cases, total number of confirmed cases, and then so number of so new cases, number of so new probable cases. So this is the so data. So what they are having. If you want to use this data for any analysis in our organization, then just click on get data. See this one. When you just click on a get data, so it will be ready to use. You can assign it to some so account admin or developer or so any specific. So for example, so system admin get data. By default, it will be for account admin. So now see this one, data is ready to query. So now when you observe, so what is this? So US COVID-19 cases. Now come to this, and then let's come to the worksheet. Refresh it here. Now observe this one. See this one. The data has been shared to us. Data pack, right? So from there, so this particular data, you can able to see that related information data sets, and then they shared one view to us, right? If you check the data here, you can able to see their data without creating a database, without creating a tables, without like loading the data into the table. The data directly it is available, right? You can able to understand something from this. If you want to make use of this data, we can able to use this data. You have all this information, right? So this related to region, and then so what is the indicator? So they are giving some information related to this particular COVID related information here, right? So same way you can able to get related information so related to, so already if it is available like finance and then economy or energy, so whatever it may be, if it is available for free, you can make use of this. If you want, for example, so let's say so finance related, so any specific information you required related to the loans or related to the fraud detectors, so whatever it may be, then you can select that particular thing, and then what we can do, so we can so give so BNB chain something, BNB Paribas Bank, I think. So stocks trader feeds, so real-time stock trader across all over 16 exchanges, right? This related to that particular data. If any specific related information if you required, you can come to the data marketplace. Always it will be so free for us. So for whoever is using Snowflake, they can directly see this one, just asset management risk, so premier indexes. So you can request. This is based on the request data sources, and then primary entry type indexes, number of indices. This is general key. So generally based on the report related to the risk, right? So like this, you can able to see all the data. When you click on a request, if you give the proper justification from the organization, if they are ready to share, they can able to share their data. So otherwise, some data so will be requested. So without request, you can able to access the data, but so most of the so information, so it will be you need to send a request, and then you can able to access that. Okay, so that's government accident and compensation corporation, and then the government finance data for Atlas. So when you click on that, so here also you can get the government revenues, government expenditure, budget, and then government debt, tax rates. So when you get the data, let's get this data also. Let's see what is there. Come to this, refresh it. Now we will get one more database. See this one, complete database. We can able to use it here. Here, good, huge volume of the data we have. Information schema, government, what they shared, some views they have shared it here. Don't know. So what is what? Some units and then frequency indicator. So some related information to government spendings and then so their budget. So they have given it here, right? But this is they didn't given the naming conventions properly. So maybe so, but you can able to see something, right? So this is related to the other. So really related to the government finance data, right? So for especially for Atlas, right? This kind of information will be available free for us in a data share. And so when we are sharing a data, and so this is so what we are doing. So this all these things observe this shared data, right? In the next session, what we will do is we will see whatever the data we created. If you want to share it to someone, how to do that? So we will see that also in the next session. So in data share concept in next class. Okay. So any questions here?
Sir, I have a question.
Tell me.
Hello?
Yes, tell me.
Yeah. Sir, can you please show me one more time how
Mm,
to
mm,
uh,
mm,
get the allowed storage location while creating the integration object
mm,
in Azure
Sure,
and GCP?
sure, definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Allowed storage location. So this one, so this is the location, right? So what you have to do is you will come to GCP account. GCP. Console dot. One second, let me pick it from here. Okay, this is the path, right? The same thing you can able to get it from there also. So same options. When you go to GCP, it's connected. So what you have to do is let's go to cloud storage. When you come to the cloud storage, what we can do is click on this particular bucket. When you go to the particular bucket, you have a CSV folder, right? Click on that CSV folder. Then here, so this particular thing, if you want to get it, so this particular location, see this one, just select that, and then you will have an option called copy the path to the clipboard, right? This is the path. So just copy it, then you will get this, and then just you can so come here and then you can paste it here. This is the
Okay,
path,
sir.
sample 231 CSV. The same way in Azure also, we can go to that storage location and then you can able to do that. But because of Azure, we don't have access to that
Okay.
particular the storage location. That's why we cannot able to see that.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you. Any other questions from anyone?
Sir, I have a doubt regarding Snowflake. It's like I
Tell me,
could not
Lata.
able to
Mm,
create pipe.
mm, mm,
It's like it's saying that
mm.
invalid property for pipe. Why I'm getting that error?
Okay. So before creating pipe, uh, which I mean, which role you have logged in? Is it account admin or some other role?
Account admin only.
Account admin. Can you share me the screenshot of that? I will look into that. Or I will give the control to you. Can you share your screen if it is handy with you?
I'm trying.
Okay, fine, no problem.
It's like host disable participant screen sharing. It's coming like that.
Just a minute, Lata. Now you can able to share your screen.
Sir, can you
Then,
able to see my screen?
yes, it is drafting. Yes, now I can able to.
So,
Mm,
yes, I create 1 second. This is create a replace pipe. Auto
mm,
invest is true, right? So here
that is fine.
invalid
Yeah.
property.
One more time. Can you run one more time?
Yeah, I ran it again.
One second, 1 second. Auto, just I am checking the spelling. Auto ingest. Auto ingest. Instead of
IN?
J,
Okay.
gest. Can you try this now? It's created.
Right. Yes.
Okay, fine,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
fine, Lata. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, Dinesh, I have a question. So
Yes,
when
yes.
we try to load into the
Mm,
tables using the snow pipe, right?
mm, mm, mm.
So there's a chance that we can get some exceptions, right? Can we get
Yes, yes, definitely.
so?
Sometimes you will get the error. Sometimes it will fail. Hmm.
I mean to say, actually, where can we track them?
We can track them in pipe history.
Okay,
In the query history, right? We can get the last query ID. We can able to track it. That is possible.
okay.
Cool.
Sir,
Yes.
can we know the status of the pipe also?
Yes, we can able to know the status of the pipe. So let me show you something here. So this pipe status, I'm giving a command here in a chart window. This is the command to know the pipe status. Just a minute.
So we are not able to see your screen.
I'm typing that in a chart window. See this one. So you have to give the pipe name here, and then when the so pipe status, you can able to see that here. Or so we have some other options also. If you want to see the pipe related, see this one, pipe usage history. So from which date to which date, so what is the usage history, we can able to get this information. And then so here it will give you the complete information, so whether the pipe is running or a pipe is suspended, and then so is there any errors, we can able to get all this information from the pipe usage history. And if you want to see the exactly the pipe related status, you can come the pipe status equal to, so you can give the pipe name, and then you can so get the status. Okay, so this is the another option, so you can able to see the status. And if you want to see any errors, so from the last running the particular thing, you can see the load time, the last running query ID. Based on that, so you can get, and then you can able to see that information also in a so history. This is the another option. So when they are like introduced any specific option, right, so they will have all the debug related information also, it will be available. If you want to see some examples here, you can come to this help. For example, pipe, just to type status. So this one, pipe status. So from the external tables, let's click on that. So we'll get some examples also. So with this particular pipe status, see this one. So what is the it means what exactly it contains, the status. It can be missing pipe, and then stopped file format, the stopped stage dropped, and then stopped execution error. So it will give you this information. Then we can understand. So what is the main reason of the pipe didn't executed? Okay, you can see the example here. Select. So system $100 pipe status, and then we will give you a pipe name. It will give you this information. See this one, pending file count, and then pending file count information. So it will be like that. So you can able to understand by this. So what exactly the status is. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, yes. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Thank you all.